Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your trucks are treating you good. Brock, I got a bigger dry erase board. This is actually inside of my truck, the inside of the cargo van here. But I'm on the road, didn't have my dry erase board. Figured I'd do a little video to show you what I made last week. I'm sitting here on Monday in the middle of Nevada, kind of in between Reno, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City. And I unloaded Saturday morning, so I figured I would just stay put and see what popped up over the weekend or on Monday. It's Monday, 6 o'clock in the morning right now. And so I figured I'd bring you some numbers. Last week was a fairly good week. Anybody that's doing straight van, cargo van, sprinter van will tell you the name of the game to make the big money is to get several different partials on the truck going in the same direction. Tried to do that. I left the house on Tuesday. I had a load lined up. It got pushed back, and it was a fairly good load. And the one I got after that, I just kind of settled for one just to get out of the house. But the second load, I did two loads. The second load, it paid quite a bit more, but it was going to the area that I like to drive, which usually means there's not much freight going that way. So I ended up, I did the same thing I'm always doing. I'm watching those load boards, looking for good rates, going where I want to go. But there just wasn't anything to add to that. And really, when I got everything on the truck from that one load, I only had room for really one pallet or something, small. So, but it worked out pretty good anyway. And here are my numbers. So I did two loads. First one paid $11.50. Second one paid $2,700. Did 2,600 miles total. That's deadhead included. I actually got over 14 miles to the gallon this trip, but I rounded it down and I used 185. Now, I paid $832 for fuel. Before I got out past, let's say, Nebraska, I was paying under $4 per gallon for gas. And then I got out here and it bumped up quite a bit. So I just used 450 as an average. This number is actually probably closer to 700 than it is 832. But I like to use actual numbers because if you're out here and you're paying for fuel, you're paying over $5 a gallon for gas. Whereas in Texas, I'm paying $3.91 or something like that. But I just used an average right there. Didn't get too deep into the numbers. First load weighed a little over 1,000. Second weighed a little over 1,000. Nothing big there. First load, I backed up to the dock. They loaded me, and I was in and out in less than 10 minutes. It was super easy. One crate, put a load bar behind it, put a strap on it, and I was gone. Second one was a bunch of boxes, portable buildings, and two guys loaded me. That took them about 15 minutes. Didn't touch anything. I was in and out and gone. Didn't even have to put a strap on that one. But my expenses for the trip, like I said, $832 for fuel. I got a motel room when I got here Saturday. I got unloaded. Went ahead and got a motel room because I wasn't going to sit in this truck for 2 days in Nevada heat and have it running. So the hotel room for 2 nights was $130. And then my insurance, I think on my last video I said my insurance was $800 a month. It's actually $600. What that was, $600 a month for my insurance on this van. And so once you take out the main things, the fuel and the insurance, and I added in the motel room, didn't necessarily have to get it, but I'm glad I did. And so my net after that is $2,763 for, let's see, I left the house middle of the day on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I got unloaded Saturday morning. So let's just say 5 days for $2,763. I'll say something else too. And I'll make a video about this. Is the stress, there's much less stress when driving a cargo van. I'll have to do this for quite a bit longer to see if the profits are anywhere similar once you add in maintenance and all kinds of things. But driving the cargo van, it's like driving your car. It rides nice. It's automatic. Um, when I think about when I get low on fuel, I don't have to think about where I'm going to get fuel. I can pull off absolutely anywhere. If I'm hungry, I pull off anywhere. I've got the sleeper now in the truck, so I can park literally anywhere and sleep. I don't necessarily have to go to a truck stop anymore. So I'm not worried about all the little things. You know, when you're driving that big truck, you're driving down the road, you're listening, you're feeling, and every little thing that goes wrong with that truck, you're just dreading it because you know it's $2,000 if it goes in the shop. Or when if you don't change your own oil, you're paying $400 or $500 for somebody to do that. This one has as far as all that goes, it's far less stressful. All those, those things you think about, you're checking the satellite to make sure you can get in this certain facility. If it's the right gate, make sure you don't have to back up a half a mile. All the little stresses are gone because you don't think about that too much. Now, on the other day, just heading out, I can't remember what little town I was in. Got on the road following the GPS, and I looked up and it said bridge 9 foot 6 inches. And I said, whoa! I had to stop, turn around. This truck is 10 foot 6 inches, something like that. So I do have to worry about that somewhat, but not a whole lot. But that's one of the perks to this. Now, whereas on the big truck, I had a minimum I had to think about, when I was looking at freight. It used to be $2. Then fuel went up and I was thinking $2.40, and really wanting to get that $3 mark most of the time. This one, $1 is going to make me a decent profit. But in the big truck, if I made $2,000 in a week profit, one of the things I never really talked about is maintenance on that big truck. Maintenance, especially the older the truck gets. I know you hear lots of guys saying, oh, I'm getting an older truck, I don't have to worry about this and that. But the older the truck gets, the more you have to do on it just to keep it going. Because, the engine may be rebuilt, the engine may be new, but everything else on there has 1 million or 2 million miles. And so, I'd never really added in that expense. I always just said, this is my profit. But maintenance came out of that net a lot of times. Wow, it is noisy here in the morning. Must be a street sweeper. But, maintenance is expensive. I was talking to a friend the other day. I went and had, I've got duals on the back of this truck. And, hold on, let's see what this is. Okay. I have duals on the back of this cargo van. One of my tires was slowly leaking, so I decided to go in to my local discount tire, have it fixed. While I was there, I said, hey, give me a price on a whole new set of tires. The guy come back and said $360 something. And I was thinking, oh crap, $360 a piece. But no, $360 for all 4 tires replaced, everything out the door. I had a celebration in my mind. And then at the same time, they fixed my flat. And as I was going out, he came out, and it took him about 30 minutes, something like that. He said, I said, how much do I owe you? He said, oh, don't worry about it. A month before that, in the big truck, 1 tire would have cost me at least $400. And if I had a flat, there's nobody that's going to fix your flat on a big truck for free. The next day, I went and had an oil change done on this truck, and it was $40. $40. I can't buy a fuel filter or an oil filter for $40 for that big truck. So a lot of those things have changed. So when I say I'm making $2,000 a week profit on this truck, I am driving more, which I'm not, right now it doesn't bother me because, like I said, it's a whole lot less stress when you're going down these these long trips. But $2,000, most of that is going in my pocket. Whereas on the big truck, $2,000, it just depends on what day of the week is and how your truck wanted to act. It's a difference there. But I have to keep going in this truck for a little while and then start doing some numbers to see how that really compares. But we'll get back with you. I'm going to do you a look at this cargo van inside and out on this next video.